Courtney.
I'm Dara.
And this is Next Big Thing with Courtney and Dara. Thank you so much for joining us again today. Today we'll be interviewing the creator of podcast and event series You Had Me at Black, Martina Abrahams.
Hey.
Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me. Yay. Tell us about the journey to You Had Me at Black. What made you decide that you needed to create it, and what was the journey like?
I was living in New York at the time, and I was getting lunch with a friend who started an app that helps you find Black-owned businesses in your area. She was like, Martina, what do you want to do with your life? And I was like, I want to help Black people. She was like, girl, you had me at Black. And I was like, oh my gosh, it's going to be something today. I just put it on the back burner, and I moved out to California a few years later. And after a year of living in the Bay, I was like, I can't be here and not create something. So I went back to the drawing board. I'm like, I have this name. I created an Instagram for it. I had bought the domain. And I was like, what should I do? And I started bringing up these ideas of, okay, what does it mean to be Black? How do we all experience our own Blackness? And I was really, motivated by some of the things going on in the news, especially police brutality, and just thinking about how our stories are told in the media and how those stories actually influence the way that we interact with people throughout our day. The way other people, white people see us, the way we see ourselves, the way we see each other within the community. And I really wanted to create a platform that humanized our experiences. And whether it's a good story or a bad story, you really get to see the full human experience and who we are as a people and all the different diverse points of that. So I started with the podcast, and then it grew into doing live storytelling events. And so we're really excited to continue moving forward with both.
So what impact are you finding that these stories are having to be told right now in this moment?
Yeah, that's really a great question. So when we first started, people put a lot of pressure on You Had Me at Black to be this type of bridge between the Black community and the white community or the non-Black community. Mm-hmm. And I'm learning and realizing that that's really not our role. Our role is really empowering our community to find their stories valuable, and we have a right to be telling them.
I think that's super powerful because I know a lot of times people do feel like if they have a platform, it's their responsibility to be the voice of Black people that white people are able to digest. Mm-hmm. And it's I'm sure that someone's calling and those people are on CNN and God bless them.
Yes.
But sometimes you just have to do what's right and what's best for you and yourself and your people.
And it was a decision that we made pretty early on because we had a couple stories that on the podcast where people experienced racism, and the way in which they were talking about the perpetrator was, you could tell, you could feel the anger. Mm-hmm. And we were like, okay, if a white person's listening to this, your coworker's listening to this, will they feel comfortable? And I was like, you know what? I don't care.
It doesn't matter.
It's not for them.
Exactly.
It's not for them. This is somebody's truth, and we want to be as truthful and honor that.
Yeah. So, this episode, we're talking about stories of Black people and erasure of those stories. So how does You Had Me at Black not play into that, but how does it counteract the erasure of Black stories?
I think we tackled that by giving you Black stories. We really want to be truthful and showing a wide perspective and a wide range of stories from Black people. And we have serious stories where it's workplace racism, but we also have stories where one of our first stories was their first party in high school, they were 15, they snuck out of the house, they went to the house party, had to take off their shoes because it was the person had just moved into his parents' home, and someone stole his shoes, his new favorite Jordan. And so now
you have to explain that to mom and dad.
So now he has to sneak back, get his ass back home. Right?
Yes.
Get himself back home barefoot and sneak back into the house, and he just lost his Jordan. And it's just that could happen to anybody. But his love for his Jordan, I think
that's a very unique Black experience.
Exactly. We try to focus on a wide range of stories and experiences, but our goal really is to okay, if you can't find your stories elsewhere, come here.
Yeah.
And if you have a story to tell that you feel isn't being told elsewhere, come to me.
And we want to keep going on. We want to hear your stories too.
And Martina wants to hear your stories.
Yeah.
So we'll have her information down below so that you all can follow and listen to You Had Me at Black. It's an amazing program. If you're in the Bay or beyond, look out for the events that are going to be coming up. And if you have your own stories,
come to me.
Yes. Thank you all for watching, and thank you, Martina.
Thank you.
Thank you.